Entanglement, introducing the reality of life. Every day of our lives we all face difficulties and move forward, sometimes overcoming them with ease and sometimes facing difficulties. It is natural for complications to come and go in life. If we are a part of the society, then it cannot be that we have similar thoughts, actions and thoughts. We also have our own standards of choice which make us feel the choice as to what is suitable for us. In this regard, there is an inspiring story related to Mahatma Buddha. In the serene backdrop of a pristine sky, Mahatma Buddha, an embodiment of tranquility and wisdom, was imparting life's profound lessons to his gathered disciples. It was a day much like any other in terms of the routine, but remarkable in the insights it was about to unveil. As the disciples sat around him, absorbed in his peaceful presence, Buddha reached for a simple object, a handkerchief, to demonstrate a powerful metaphor. Holding the plain handkerchief, Buddha proceeded to tie 3 or 4 knots into it, each one deliberately placed. Once he had done so, he held up the knotted fabric for all to see, initiating a dialogue that would unravel much like the knots themselves. "What is this?" he asked, his voice a calm inquiry amidst the quiet rustle of tree leaves and the gentle breeze. One disciple, eager to respond, replied, "Lord, if seen from a normal perspective, it is a handkerchief." Buddha nodded, affirming the disciple's observation. "The correct answer," he said, encouraging the simplicity of seeing things as they are. But the lesson was far from over. He posed another question: "Is this handkerchief normal now?" The same disciple contemplated the knots before answering, "It has knots in it, so it is not like normal handkerchiefs." Again, Buddha nodded. Correct answer. His questions were deliberate, guiding his disciples through a process of deeper observation and reflection. He continued, "Now tell me, if we pull the knots from both sides, will they open easily?" "No, Lord." The disciple quickly replied, having visualized the outcome. "If pulled from both sides, the knots will become smaller and tighter, making it more difficult to untie." Correct answer, Buddha affirmed once more, his face a mirror of the patience and understanding he was teaching. He then delivered the crux of the lesson: "So tell me, how can it open easily?" The disciple paused, the weight of the question settling upon the group. After a moment of thoughtful silence, he said, "Lord, to untie this, it is very important to know how the knots were made. Without knowing this, we will not be able to untie it easily." The correct answer, Buddha declared, a gentle smile gracing his lips. He looked around at his disciples, ensuring each understood the magnitude of the analogy. "In this way, I understood that this life is like a handkerchief. Problems arise in life like knots in a handkerchief. These problems do not end immediately. By putting unnecessary emphasis on them, we get further entangled in them. Tension increases." He paused to let the words sink in, then continued, "When problems arise, one should think patiently with a concentrated mind. One should ponder how or from where this problem came. When we know the reason for its coming, we can solve it easily by thinking carefully and patiently. Otherwise, the problem will remain unresolved without finding the cause. When we try to solve these problems without understanding them, we remain more confused." In conclusion, Buddha imparted a final piece of wisdom. In this way, instead of getting resolved, the problem gets more entangled. If we find out and understand how the problem arose and where it came from, it can be solved easily. The lesson of the day was clear and profound. Like the knots in the handkerchief, life's challenges must be approached with mindfulness and understanding, not through force or frustration. The disciples left the gathering enlightened, with a new tool in their spiritual arsenals to handle the complexities of life. This simple yet powerful metaphor of the handkerchief and its knots would resonate with them, a constant reminder of the importance of patience and insight in the face of life's inevitable challenges.